get set, go! One day I'll buy my bike. He's just got to get a feel for the course first. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. What has been happening? Well, I'm going to keep this Homebrew Wednesday nice and short because there's not a lot that has been happening. And when I do a long homebrew video, I can actually do what Grant Baker does. Here's Grant's video. Look at that! Hey! Good stuff, Grant. That speeds it up a bit, doesn't it? Good old Kiwi homebrew videos. This is bloody good. Homebrew Wednesdays. Great stuff. Great stuff. I said great stuff again. You should count how many times I say great stuff. Anyway, I am drinking a flat SJ Pour Experiment beer. That's right. SJ Pour Experiment beer is ready to drink. Less the bubbles. Minus the bubbles. It hasn't been carbonated yet. But it's all into the keg. Ready to go. I shouldn't drink too much of it because otherwise I'm not going to have enough to go around. It's good. Anyway, if you're wondering what the screenshot was at the beginning of the video, you have to keep watching. All will be revealed later on. Yes, all will be revealed. Just keep on watching. Keep on watching. So, oh, that's pretty good actually. I don't remember that. It smells good. Whew. What has been happening? I have got another photo up on the Wall of Fame. Oh, it's actually not up on the Wall of Fame yet. I've got the photo, I haven't printed it out yet. So, cheers Clive, the Norfolk hillbilly, for firing through this wonderful photo. Very regal of him standing there in front of his kettle. So that's another photo in, good stuff. The West Coast IPA has been racked into secondary and it has its 30 grams of various hops. Currently dry hopping away and it's still a bubbling. I think it's still a bubbling. Are you bubbling? Bubble. Yes. I've got a heat pad. It's getting cold here. Even though you saw a beautiful picture of Wellington in May, a beautiful video of Wellington in May, the day after, we had a storm. It was bloody cold. It's been cold ever since. Actually today was not too bad. It was nice blue skies. It was quite warm. But blue skies, May, and in autumn here, it gets bloody cold in the morning. We had our first frost this morning. So hence the heat pad is in the fridge. Because while the West Coast IPA was sitting in there in primary, the fridge temperature dropped down to 9 degrees, even though the temperature controller told it to stay at 16. Bugger. Fucking cold. Well, not really cold, but yeah. What else? Got some bits. I have fitted some sight glasses. So here we go. I fitted a sight glass to my HLT, and I raised my HLT up with a temporary stand until I do another little aluminium one, so that it's at the same level, so I don't have to change my pipework. As my mash tun. Of course, my mash tun is sitting on the scales, so it has its little scales there. And I've also pulled lots of bits and pieces apart, put a sight glass on my kettle. Ta-da! So the sight glass has a triclover at the end of it, so that I can put an Auber triclover PT100 temperature probe in there eventually when I buy them, or use it as a secondary outlet. So multitasking. And I put these pipe unions on my sight glass so that I could undo it if I wanted to, and take the sight glass off and clean it without having to take all this stuff off. Forward thinking. But yeah, so there we go. I now have liquid levels on my HLT and on my kettle. So that's pretty good. And everything's raised up just a little bit more. Also have a blind relay. The relay says 30 amps. If we put 32 amps in it, it doesn't like it. I thought that might be the case. And I didn't think about it, and I turned the switch on and it went. It actually didn't go. It still allowed power to go through, but it just allowed power to leak just a little bit. So I had a tiny little bit of power leakage, which of course was tripping off the RCD all the time. So I've got a bigger 60 amp relay. Well, this is my big relay that's connected to the oh my fuck button, which is that button there. That's the oh my fuck button. If anything goes wrong, you hit that one, it trips this relay and it turns off power to all the kettles. So at the moment I've just hardwired it, so the oh my fuck button doesn't work. But I'm not brewing at the moment, so that's alright. New relay will be here soon. It's a 60 amp relay. I'll put the 60 amp relay in, and that means that it won't go, and the circuit breakers will go if anything over charges, or if there's a short. Anyway. So that's that. Also, the triclover fairy has been more triclovers. Bit of a mess in here at the moment because I'm working on changing pipe work around. So I've got more triclovers, and I got some new 3-way ball valves to replace one of these valves that has a slow leak coming out the top. So I can take this apart and work out exactly what's going on, and I'll replace it with a different valve. So I'm not too happy about that little slow leak. I think one of the bushes is a bit bushed. How's that? 100 beer related videos since I started doing this. 100 beer related videos and 750 odd subscribers. Going well. I'm enjoying this. It's a lot of fun. What else? Picture from Clive. Oh, the front picture. Everybody's still wondering what's going on with that front picture. Well, that's all. That's just for a little push. It's a little experiment, really. It's to see how many more clicks I get on this video. Yeah, it is actually. Apparently, if there's boobs on the front of a video as its thumbnail, more people click on it. And I'm not quite sure why. But anyway, those boobs have a purpose. Those boobs are to advertise Carl Miller's band, Warp 11. Carl Miller is a Trekkie, and he has a band called Warp 11, and they do Star Trek parody songs, and that's the theme music that I have in the start of my videos. So this is just a plug for Carl Miller, who graciously said that I was allowed to use his music royalty free. Cheers, Carl, brilliant stuff. It's just a plug for one of his albums, and that's the front cover of it. So there you go. Now you know where the boobies come from. Now, I'm just going to be interested to see how many more clicks we get. Damn, camera stopped. I'm going to have a look at the settings on this camera and work out how long it takes before it goes and cuts out. Because it was a pain. I was holding it here, I was talking away, finished off my beer, said cheers to everybody, and then I realised it wasn't recording. So, I've had to pour myself another bit out of the forced carbonated keg, hence the heady foamy bit on the top, to say thanks for watching, cheers, and I hope I've got to say it right. Cheers, have yourself another one.